Hey, what's up guys, it's Vico. I am installing the Link JLF in a MadCatz TE. This procedure is also the same for a MadCatz TE, any model, so we'll just start here. Basically, you have to forgive me for the cuts on this because I'm doing this all by myself. I don't have a camera person today, so what you need to do is, if you look, there's 6 of these screws. I've taken them all out already. Basically, you get the Allen wrench with the Link kit, but I have this little multi-tool and it's got the same size, so I just took out all those screws. There's 6, one on each corner and 2 in the sides, and then the top comes off. I've already taken off all the wires and everything, so don't need to worry about any of that. Anyway, what we have here is the gate. First thing I like to do is take the gate off. Just press in on all 4 sides, just, opposites or whatever, it doesn't matter. Gate comes right off. Here's the switch assembly, and here we have the actuator and the E-clip. To make this part a little bit easier, what we can do is position the ball so it can rest in one of these holes here, just so it doesn't move nearly as much. So then what I like to do is press down on the actuator here and use something like a small screwdriver. Let me see what we got. Here I just have a small flathead screwdriver. This one's magnetic, so this helps a lot. So hold down here on the actuator and pull the little E-clip off, and be careful because it could go flying. Just kind of wiggle it out. There we go. Just place that somewhere. And then be careful because this could go flying. Just very slowly let go of the actuator. Then we have a spring and the bottom part of the actuator. I'm not sure what that's called. Now be careful here too, because there's a little washer that could get, oops, my hand's covering everything. There's a little washer here, this silver part, that could get lost if you turn it upside down, so be careful of that. Now what you want to do is, if you're doing it like I am, just slowly lift up, because the shaft and the dust covers are going to go with it. You'll see I still have everything held nice and tight like that, so we're just going to set that aside. Now, if you look inside, there's this little white part, and under that is another dust cover. So what you need to do here is, you can't really see what I'm doing, but you'll feel it when you put your hand in there, but if you just slip your finger off to the side, you'll feel the other dust cover. So you can use a tool if you want just to wedge it up, or you can just also turn the whole thing upside down and slide it all out. See, so that came out. And then you have the little white part, little pivot bushing or whatever that is. So turn that upside down. Sometimes it gets stuck. Boom, now that's out. Okay, so now what we need to do is get your Link, which I've already attached a ball top to. Again, it's the same size Allen wrench as the one that comes in the package. So this is how you would connect it. Just stick this part in there and then attach your ball top. Here, I'll just show you. Stick the Allen wrench inside, it'll lock in. Take your ball top and screw it on. Just hand tighten, not too tight. That's that. Okay, so now we need to do this in reverse. When we do this, we don't want to install the inner dust cover because that could get stuck. What we do now, we take the pivot bushing, place it back inside. So there it is. And then take the Link. We want the pointed end going out. So this part right here is going to go inside. So I'm just positioning very carefully, sticking the bottom part through there, and there it is. So now we're going to take the bottom part of the actuator, put it there, take our spring, place it on there. It'll fit nicely around the bottom part of the actuator. Then the actuator itself. And this part could be hard if you don't have somebody to help you, like I did last time. But, here, let me move this. If you do this on a flat surface, it helps too. So now, I'm pressing down in the actuator so the spring doesn't go anywhere. Oh, I guess I do need something under there. Alright, so I got my finger on here holding this. Basically now, we want to put the E-clip collar around the actuator through the little slit in the link itself. As you can see, there's a little line right there. That's where the E-clip goes. So let me see if I could figure something out. I'll take the old ball top, stick it under there. Nah, forget it. Alright. Did this last time with just my bare hands, so we'll see how this goes. Pressing down the actuator, put the E-clip on. Yeah, forget it. We'll just see how it goes like this. Okay, cool. I barely have enough room. Hey, look at that, it went right on. Okay. I didn't get any of it on tape. Maybe I'll edit this out, who knows. Alright, just so I can show in reverse what happened. What I noticed is the diameter of the bottom part of this shaft here is probably a little bit smaller because it's not as hard to put the E-collar on. So what I'm doing is I just put this down on a flat surface, push down the actuator, and great, now it fell out. Well, there we go. And then just push the E-clip on. Boom, snaps right in. So now you can see everything is tight, nothing's falling off, and there's the bottom part of our link. Looks kind of empty. So now, you can attach this now if you want, but we're not going to do that. Flip this back over, put the switch back on. We want the actual pins. If you're looking at the panel like I am, which is basically backwards, take your switch assembly, make sure the pins point to the right. Place it on like that. Get our gate. If I can find it. There we go. Take the gate. Just clip it on. It should read Sanwa. If you're looking, you probably can't see it right here, but you should be able to read Sanwa. That's how you know you put it on the right way. It doesn't matter which way you put it on, but clip, just press it on all four sides, boom. Now, to reassemble, and you don't have to do it like I did. You could do all this with the wires still intact, but I just prefer to do it because it gives you a little more room. You know, you don't have to constantly like worry about tangling anything or come disconnected. Just disconnect it. Remember where everything goes. What some people do is they'll write here which one goes where. Like they'll have little marker spots of what color of the wire goes to the button. Little food for thought. Also, something I noticed, if you're going to disconnect the joystick harness, what you need to remember is which way your plug went. If you had the little tabs facing down, or if you have them facing in. The way I've noticed, and I've worked on about 20 or so joysticks, is the tabs point up, so you can see the tabs, on Xbox 360 sticks. Now, this may not be the standard, but that's just what I've noticed, is the tabs always face up, or have faced up for me, on Xbox 360 sticks, and they're upside down on PS3. Now, this isn't a huge deal, you won't break anything, but only one direction will work if you have it upside down. So, what you need to do is just, you can mark it or just leave it connected, whatever. And then if it doesn't work, then just flip it around. You'll be safe. So just put the harness back on. This may fall off, so you might want to put a spot of glue here. This isn't the right connector. Or you can get the Toodles MadCatz JLF harness, which has the correct JLF end right here. But that's another video. Anyway, so you clip all that back on. Connect all your buttons if you've done that. Screw down your panel with all the bolts that you took out, and Connect your link by pulling up on the collar, placing over the bottom part of the shaft, and let go. And there it is. Also, if you did remove one part of the dust cover, you can use the top part just to keep things nice. It doesn't look like a little gaping hole or get your finger caught in there or whatever. But yeah, you can have the outer dust cover, just not the inside. It's not a huge deal though. If anything, you'll just be replacing actuators or re-lubing your joystick if you get too much dust or sweat or anything in there. So there it is. Thanks again, guys.